All right, my friends, here we go with another fantastic video. Wait, this is not going to work. I need some coffee. I'm going to pause this and be right back. Nothing works without coffee. You know that. All right, now we're talking. Okay. Now we can get something done. All right. So back to today's fantastic Revit tip is actually part number 2. Even though I didn't name the video part 2, it's how, remember in part 1 of this whole thing about, let me see it, wall material wrap. What did I say? I called it what it is and how it works. That was 2 videos ago on like April 2nd. If you guys look back on it, I want you to watch that video before you watch this one, because this is taking it to the next step, okay? And let me go into Revit and show you what I'm talking about, and I'll explain what I did really fast in video 1, and then we'll move on to video number 2. This one, the one you're watching, okay? All right, share my screen, and there's the share button. Okay, here we go. All right, here we are, virtual BIM management. Let me go open to the plan. Now, if you remember, let me open this. Hey, look at that. Hi, we're right over there. Just look right down over there. Okay. What we're talking about here, guys, is this. I told you in the last video how you can control which materials return in a wall, whether it's the interior material or the exterior material, or at the end of a wall, whether you had the exterior material wrapping all the way across, or the interior material, or they meet somewhere in between. Anyway, or both, remember? But this video, this video is going to talk about how we can control the location inside the wall where that material wraps to. Because if you do not place a controlling element inside the insert, inside the door or the opening or the window, those are considered inserts. If we don't place a controlling element in those, then the material will wrap to the center of the wall. You with me? You guys go back and look at that other video and then come here, because here we go. I'm about to show you how to implant or put in to the inserts this controlling element so that you can actually control the location of the materials coming in, okay? So I am going to build a brand new window from scratch so that we're not just taking something that you already have and fixing it, even though you can. Once you watch this video, you should be able to open any one of your inserts that you already have and implant or put in or insert one of these controlling elements, or more, 2 in fact, to control the materials. So here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this window. Oh no, it's gone. Hang with me. Don't cry. Dry your tears. We're going to go make a brand new window that doesn't exist yet, that has control in it. I'm going to show you step by step. So here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on File and New Family. We're going to start a brand new family from scratch. When you get to the templates, scroll all the way to the bottom of the templates and you'll find a window. There's just a window. And then we say open. Okay. What Revit presents you with when you do this is a template that's got a wall in it ready for you to build your window. In fact, I'm going to go to 3D and show you it's a wall with just an opening. Okay, you see, you're with me there. It's just ready for you to build stuff. So here we go. I'm going to go back to the exterior view. Okay, here it is. I'm looking at this wall and there is the opening. It's waiting for me. Yes, we can deal with round windows or arched windows, or I don't know, there's all kinds of windows, but the most typical windows that you're going to encounter are rectangular ones. And so this template is ready to do the rectangular ones right out of the box. We can get to round ones and other shaped windows some other time. But right now, work with me. Let's work with what they give us. Okay, so what I want to do from scratch, here's best practice. Don't start building your window. Why not? Because if you start putting geometry in here, it's going to set up a natural relationship to the wall, and we don't want that. This is an extra little aside for you guys that are working on this window. When you build new windows, don't just start building geometry. Here, let me show you how to start. We're going to go to the ref level, which is the reference level, that top-down view, okay? This is our wall. It's representative of any wall. This wall could be a foot thick. It could be 1'2", 3'7", 6 inches thick, whatever. It's representative of a wall. So you may want your window or door to be set back from the face of the wall, or to be centered, or to give you some control, okay? If you just start building geometry, it's going to set up a relationship with either the center of this wall or the face of the wall, and that's not always what you want. So to get around that, here's what you can do. First, I'm going to grab this word exterior and move it. You can't actually delete it because anything that's inside the template when you start it stays in the template. You can't get rid of it. It's kind of like stuck. But I'm just going to move it out of the way. Here's how you go. Here's how we proceed. Click on create and create a reference plane. We're going to put a reference plane out here in the exterior, just out there floating. And I'm going to click on it and give it a name. And I'm going to call it, let's see, face of window. Okay, bam, look at that, face of window. And I'm going to take this face of window and I can move it all around. It does not matter, right? But we're going to build our window using that. We're going to build with that, not build with the wall. Okay, so let me swing around back to the exterior view. Okay, we're looking at this. There's a plane now in between us and that wall. And that plane, on that plane is where we want to build our window. So it's independent of the wall. And so here's how you switch to working on that surface of that plane. You click on create and you get this under datum. There's and work planes where we want to go. We want to set the work plane. So click on right there, set. And on this drop down, you'll find face of window or whatever you named that plane. Okay, so I'm going to click on face of window. And when I say okay, my geometry now is using the face of that plane, okay? You're with me? Okay, here we go. So I'm going to build an extrusion. And I'm just going to click on rectangle. Let me use these two corners, okay? And then I'm going to say offset. And let's just say we want to offset 2 inches. And I'm going to come down here and over there and there and there. And I'm hitting TR on the keyboard for trim so I can get to trimming those. Oops, bad move, Mike. Trim that to that and that to that. There we go. Okay, now let me move my face over here a little bit so that I can see my properties. Okay, the properties that I'm dealing with here are the property. I want this to not be a foot thick. I want it to go from the plane and go negative toward the wall, maybe like 4 inches, okay? So there we go. So now if I were to go finish, checkbox, finish, bing, take a look in 3D what we've got, okay? We've got our frame sitting out here and it's on that plane. It's right there on the plane that's out away from the wall. And that's what we want, okay? So I'm gonna go back to the exterior view and what we need is some glass now. So let's say create another extrusion, but this time I want to set my work plane as the face of the frame. So I can go set and I can hit pick a plane, okay? And I want to get there it is, the face of the frame itself. And now I'm going to take a rectangle and I'm going to put my glass right there. but I don't want the glass right at the front of the frame. I want it back about an inch. And then I want it to be about an inch thick of glass, okay? So you set the parameters right here, over on the right, or wherever you have your properties. Okay, I want it to be minus 1 inch back, okay? But I don't want it to go all the way to the back of the frame. I only want it to go 1 inch from this. So the back of it would be minus 2 inches. You guys with me? Now, something I forgot to do on the frame, I'm gonna go ahead and do it here. And it is the subcategory. Totally forgot to do that. Subcategories, now's your chance to set it. We can click on the subcategory and change it to be glass, okay? And then I'm gonna say, okay, done. And I actually wanna pick the frame. I'm gonna go to 3D, wait for it. There, 3D. I'm gonna pick the frame and tell its subcategory to be frame. I forgot to do that before. The reason you set those is so that the line weights back in Revit are set up properly. So they'll have whatever you have set to be glass and whatever you have set to be frame will be the right line weight. That's the importance of that. Okay, so let's go to the top view of this thing. I'm gonna move my face down here. I'm gonna go to the top view of this, ref level, and you see what we've got now. We've got our frame and we've got our glass, and it's on this plane. So wherever I move this plane, I can move it up, I can move it down, and the window stays associated with it. You with me? Okay. Now, if I want to control where the window is inside this wall, okay, this could be a 3 foot thick wall and I want it to be a foot back, or I want it to be 6 inches back, or a fairly normal wall is 1'2" or 1'4" thick wall. You might want it to be a couple inches back from the face. So what I need to do is set a parameter to control the movement of this window in this wall. So here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to click on this. I'm just going to put, okay, not click on it. I'm going to go from this reference plane, I'm going to put a dimension in, down to the face, there we go, the face of that wall, okay? And it's 3'2". Who cares what the dimension is? It's irrelevant right now. So I want to show you something. If I click on that and I make a new parameter, it's right there on the top, new parameter, click on it. And I want this new parameter to be called set window setback, how you spell? Setback from face of wall. Let's just tell it what it is, okay? And it's a type parameter, so all my windows of this type will set to the right distance. So window setback from face of wall. Okay. Now it's got the label built into it. So I could test it really fast and go over here to my types button and move my face again. Okay, here we go. I am going to, there it is, look at that. Under our types, now here, let me hit cancel and show you where I went. I went right here to this button. It looks like it's got 4 ice cubes, okay? That is the family types button. I'm gonna click on that. And it shows you all your parameters here. And the parameter we just built was set window setback from face of wall. And if I change that, I'm gonna change it to 2 feet and hit apply. Look, it moved. And I set it to 1 foot, apply. Now you can't apply a negative number to it to get it to go inside the wall. So what do? No big deal. I simply grab it, I grab this plane, and I can drag it down here to the other side of the wall. It's going to work as a setback into the wall now because it is on the opposite side from the exterior of the wall. You with me? So right now, when I pulled it, I pulled it to 1'5" from that exterior face. So I'm just going to show you that it works. 1'5". I can go 4 foot. Boom. See, it's moving. It's way inside. I'm going to set it. Okay, fairly typical. 2 inches setback. Apply. Look at that. It's 2 inches back. 1 inch back. Apply. You can even set it to 0 inches back if you really want it on the face of the wall. But by doing this, my friends, we have just given this window complete control inside the wall. And so far, I don't know how long this video has been so far. I don't see a timer on my screen, but we haven't even talked about the material setbacks. I better have some more coffee. Okay, getting to the reason we started this video. All right, what I want to do is I'm going to move that window out of the wall temporarily, just to get it out of the way. So I'm going to set it like at, I don't know, 3 feet down outside, because it's irrelevant right now. What we want to talk about is something very special, and it happens really fast, so watch carefully right now. We're going to put in a reference plane that is going to control the location of where the material wraps into the wall, okay? It's a reference plane. I know you were wondering how we were going to do this, but it's a reference plane. I'm going to put it in right now. In fact, I'm going to make this wall a bunch thicker, so I'm going to make it thicker so you can see what I'm doing. It's a generic 6-inch wall, and let me see. I'm just going to make it a generic 12-inch wall, so you can see what we've got here. It's a big, thick wall. It's representative, so it doesn't matter what size it is. But I made it bigger so that we can see what we're working with here. Okay, watch on screen now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a reference plane. I'm going to hit create. This is going to happen fast, so don't blink. Sip your coffee now, and then focus on the screen. Ready? Go. Okay. Here we go. Create a reference plane. Put a reference plane inside the wall, just like that. Name it exterior material set material. Okay, material setback. That's what I'm going to name it. You see that? Exterior material setback. Blow your mind. This thing in a moment is going to be where the material wraps to. So watch this. I'm going to pick it. When it's highlighted, look over at your properties, okay? There is an important checkbox that makes this into the object that the wrapped material hits. It's called wall, right there, wall closure. If you check that box, it's the magic checkbox that makes this the exact location of where the material wraps to. Done, but not really. We can control it. Let's put just like we put window setback from the face of the wall parameter, let's put a parameter on this thing so we can control it back in the project. You don't want to, you could lock it at 4 inches right here if you want. Just put a dimension on it and lock it. But I'm going to give it control back in the project. So here we go. I'm going to put a dimension on it. I hit DI on the keyboard and I pick it, and I pick the face of the wall. Okay, I got some wacky little dimension there, 2 11/16, but we're not going to leave it at that. See, if I click, I want to click on that dimension, and up here, create a new parameter. Click, and what are we going to call it? What are we going to call it? Exterior material wrap distance. You can call it whatever you want, but that kind of helps, doesn't it? Exterior material wrap distance. In fact, I'm going to copy that to clipboard. Okay, it's a type parameter or an instance parameter. Set it how you want, but I'm going to leave it as a type parameter for now. I'm going to say okay. Okay, bing, there it is. Now, if I go check it, I'm going to set it, look at it, it's a crazy number. I'm just going to set it at 2 inches, and it moved. See, that's called flexing, and you just test it to make sure it works. Let's put another one in really fast. Why? Because I want to control the interior material too. Here we go. I'm going to go to create, reference plane, toss a reference plane in, name it. I can't, okay, interior material setback, and make it a wall closure right over there, check the box, wall closure, okay, and then we got to put a dimension to it, DI from the plane to the, to the interior of the wall. It's another whack dimension, but it doesn't matter. Highlight it, new dimension. And I'm gonna hit paste. So I pasted that. See, so I didn't have to remember. Exterior material wrap distance, no. Interior material wrap distance. Okay, and now we're gonna test it simply by going to our family types. Here we go, guys. And make it something like 2 inches and apply. And sure enough, it moved. So we flexed it. That's all we have to do, friends. We have the window built and it is being controlled on a window setback from the face of the wall. And I should probably move that to inside the wall. So when I load it, it's not like weird. Okay, so I'm just gonna set it to something normal. I would like it window setback from the face of the wall, not 3.3. Let's just set it so it's at, okay, 2 inches setback or 1 inch setback. There we go. 1 inch setback from the face of the wall. Bing, and look at that. It moved up into the wall. We're done, guys. I am going to save this onto my desktop or under Revit Locals, whatever. I'm going to call it this. You should save these families into a really good place on your server somewhere so you can find them, okay? So I'm going to call this Mike's Awesome Window. Mike's Awesome Window. Hey, that looks good. This is Mike's Awesome Window. Actually, you probably shouldn't name it that because your name's probably not Mike. Some of you, yes, but some of you no. So I'm going to call it Mike's Awesome Window. And I'm going to hit save. Okay, now I'm going to load this family into my project. I'm going to show you that it really works, okay? So here we are, back at my face. Wait, I'm back here in Revit, and I'm going to go to my plan. And here's that wall we were working with right there. If I hit WN on the keyboard, window, I can place one of Mike's Awesome Windows right here. Boom. Now look, friends, I got a surprise for you. It's already working. Yes, it's already working. The window is set back exactly the 1 inch. And if I click on it, I can go to the type properties, and you guys saw these parameters just a minute ago when we were in the family, but now they're here. Window setback from the face of the wall. Oh, what? 6 inches. See, I can apply it, and the window moves. You with me? Now, let's check some other stuff. Let's make the brick wrap in like 8 inches into this wall. That sounds good to me. Okay, look at this. Exterior material wrap distance, 8 inches. Okay, bam, it goes exactly 8 inches in. And so if we want to, we can, oh, if you'll notice, the interior material is doing the 2 inch thing. You guys see it? I am going to change this. Instead of 2 inches, let's go 3 inches. Okay. You see it? Did you guys see that move? I saw it move. So right now, I've got the brick wrapping. It's going behind my mullion there, and my gypboard's wrapping. I'm telling you guys, I can set those numbers all day to show you how it works, but you guys see what I'm talking about. We can control the window now inside the wall. We can control the wrap of the exterior material and make it stop at the correct location. And we can control the interior material and have it stop at the correct location. Boom, blow your mind. But hey, sometimes these things are fantastic. Revit is powerful. So I want to encourage you guys to go ahead and make yourself a window or a door and use some of these parameters. Use the skills that I've just shown you and use it in your project so that you can get the wrap material to go exactly where you want for the working drawings. All right. Well, that's all for now. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And until we meet again, happy Reviting. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.